for Nightmare.
All right.
I mean, that's kind of like
Sorry, I'm gonna end the press. I'm gonna end the press. Fuck. Sorry, the press was so short. I'm gonna get him longer next time.
Team Liquid's going to do. I mean,
Wait, Tree kills Admiral. Lethal already kills RuPaul. Knife kills Kufa. Wait, Tree. Tree Jordan's not losing. Tree Jordan's not losing.
Really do much about Knife at all. And I thought our core assumption was that Ramatra tends to perform on an individual basis pretty poorly against the Malga. I don't really know if it's a fight that he can win, right? Outside of Nemesis form, you don't want to be run up on like Infected can. Malga pick, and then in Nemesis form, it's only a short window that.
Bro, Lethal looks like he plays on such a low sense.
The idea is here.
Both Sojourners kind of hitting some shots early on. I think the idea here is to, you know, bio the Malga, and then you're able to kind of collect
my Tree.
Genji and then the Ramatra in Nemesis form, but you don't get the kill at that time. You're in a world.
Bro, Tree's coming out with a vengeance.
Right here, yet again, is this time it's Tree with another shot. So Tree kicks off the first fight, right, taking out Admiral right away, and then now taking off Zera before he can even get in there. But Lethal responds.
Okay, you really are putting a lot of emphasis on your Sojourn players here, especially Nightmare, who have a losing tank.
Oh my, Lethal?
Asking Lethal to do it all, and frankly, so far, not so shabby. Liquid, though, get up to a
Wait, how did Lethal get Sojo before Tree? I feel like Tree was doing...
by a fair bit, but
What?
just spending an overclock to get a point flip.
And you do have the speed capabilities here for Nightmare, right? Because you're going to be able
Is
to
UV the best Ana? I mean, he might be in contender for one of the best ones.
everybody into the fray rather quickly.
I mean, yeah, he is just farming off the Malga compared to Ram.
Needed to make waves onto the point. This look at how far up Cuff is playing. And you have this nano, right? So potentially they're just kind of baiting them in. That's going to be a bio.
This is really nice stuff from Kufa.
Okay, and Infected will be able to back away here. No Kiriko, of course. So
It's overclocked though. Tree's overclocked doesn't really get anything.
doesn't have a sight line at all ready to work with. Kuffa takes a bunch of damage trying to back away, but no one can really close on him. So Nightmare now getting pretty close to...
I think RuPaul's a really good Ana too, but for the performances I see out of UV, I feel like UV just so clutch.
Frightening, I think, as they posture now over towards the point, and Vega does pop the
And he's my ex-teammate too, and he's Benny.
Playing now, and Kuffa in that Nemesis form.
Oh my.
Starting to get too close to the front line, and jeez, I mean, maybe realizes there's no point going for an annihilation in that because he wouldn't have survived anyway. Got bowled over.
And I mean, he would have been dead basically instantly if he had.
Yeah, how are you? I'm really good. How are you, bro?
I think they're kind of potentially here, right? If the annihilation comes through while they're like in a cage fight, you have that sound barrier to potentially use here for Nightmare.
I think UV is shoe CJ's fielder. Not crazy to say.
It's going to come through. So that's cage fight plus blade. It's a nice sound barrier from Admiral.
Zera actually has a chance to blade here into.
Oh my, knife!
Their own, but the cage fight I think complicated that a little bit.
Whoa! Kufa ulted? Slow down! What?
And there must have been some consensus like, hey, we're gonna try this Ramatra.
Boy, slow down.
I think we can beat the Malga look, but this is a little bit what I was concerned about in this series, mate. You switch to Winston, you don't obviously have a favorable tank matchup either. To make this Malga setup, you really have to excel in a particular comp.
Okay, Lethal.
Towards the end as well. So you do
nice.
Knife, it's just going to be so they're actually going to pick up a few kills here. Somebody's going to be able to get a touch as well.
Kufa, okay, Kufa redeeming himself, killing everybody.
That's impressive here because for Nightmare, what I mean, you didn't really have to use much of anything to be able to do that. Team Liquid just kind of
Kufa just put them in a cuff.
Choke there, trying to win it. Now you kind of get a window of opportunity here, Mitch, because you're going to have this nano online, right? Lethal with an overclock, right? Let's say he ends up popping that, gets a kill or two. You're now in like a wait mode again. And then you have this...
I mean, I low-key think it's... well, actually, I mean, if Nightmare gets nano soged, I think they can win, even if Liquid has support ults. It all depends on Vega's rally, I think. If Vega rally, like, zones out Lethal's nano soge, Team Liquid should win. But if Nightmare go right now, I think they win. If they push right now, go nano soge, no shout too, like, this is perfect. Vega rallies too, like, yeah, it's go time.
Strips off the Malga with his 150 charge. Even body shots are terrifying for Liquid to deal with. That was the orbital ray carrier down. RuPaul, a very uncharacteristic issue for him.
Is Tree gonna find a pick on the flank? Oh no, Zera's marking it. Juno comes onto the point. Kufa's dead. Liquid win, it looks like. Liquid win.
And that'll be Team Liquid taking away the first round.
They absolutely needed those kills right away when RuPaul gets taken out there by Lethal. So they use the nano boost onto the Sojourn with the overclock. There's really nothing that RuPaul can do there. I mean, he just gets like insta-killed. But everybody else from Team Liquid, they do a nice job kind of like circling around, getting over to the point, contesting. Tree ends up finding one.
What if Kuffa didn't waste Ramo?
Like, there's no more further kills there for Nightmare, right? Kuffa's not able to get in position, put a lot of pressure.
Many what ifs.
Onto the Mog.
I wonder if Nightmare is not confident in the Maga mirror. 2-2 Akero, thanks to 6 months.
Fast up to use that.
Who's your all-time favorite player from Atlanta Reign? My all-time favorite player from Atlanta Reign. I'd say Edison or Pelican.
And that's the volatility that having these great Sojourn players in the game adds to the mix. Sometimes people just get shot and they die.
Yeah, Hawkman on Atlanta too.
Kind of plan around that stuff. You can only react. Zera here. Obviously, finally.
Edison is crazy, bro. Edison has so much ore back in the day.
On their run here to this lower final.
Knife kill lethal. Wait, no. Knife? What?
Great Genji moment here and pick up 2, and Liquid look vastly better in the neutral.
You need to play the Lucio to get like the Ramatra into position, right? But then you lose out.
Okay, honestly, it might be a Liquid sweep. If they keep playing Maga, I feel like... Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Liquid might be the strongest in NA on the Maga comp.
You're gonna get just kind of collapsed upon, and you know, UV's done a tremendous job throughout the stage.
Cause Loki, they was besting SSG last match.
Yeah, most certainly. Dealing with Knife is tough. It's not just like there's a
Why don't Nightmare mirror? I don't think they'll win the mirror. That's why they're going this.
Genji, so hard to hit. Lethal gets taken down first.
Zero just killed 3. What?
Pardon, that was without a blade, by the way. Zero finds 3 kills, arguably the 3 most important targets, one after another.
I mean, absolutely massive there, right? Because it does not start off good for Nightmare. They lose a player early on. Yet
I feel like no one NA plays Maga. Yeah, I feel like Infected just is like really the only Maga player. Infected been really hard for forcing Maga.
Some serious damage. That's kind of the positions they got to get this Ramatra into if he's going to be successful.
Zero. Oh my God, that was a nice rotation still from Kuffa. You gonna be playing stage 2? I hope to. I hope to be playing in stage 2, bro. I really do.
The back 3 of our players have all just been playing vortex and taken down by the Ramatra.
I'm curious for your thoughts, but like, I wouldn't exactly say that like for Team Liquid, right? Like, obviously this composition's good.
Whose slot would you fill? I'd probably make my own team. I don't want to take anyone's spot. Stallson thinks so.
Like Infected's like go-tos, right? Like he'd be better off playing something else. So in a way, it is a little bit of a win for Nightmare, right? Because
these slows are really good from Kuffa, I'm not gonna lie.
Can play a hero like Ramatra. We know
when Nightmare hit a nade, they all turn ultraviolet. Yeah, let's stick to sending them motes.
Like Infected on like a ball or something, right? But this Maga is so good, you can't give it up.
We'll see Liquid now running.
Got it is crazy.
72% Nightmare.
SG played it? Yeah, later.
Lethal potentially in a backstab position here. He's heard the charge, the stomp for the
Wait, I'm liking this position from Lethal. Nice beat from Admiral. I mean, Zera is just...
Zera working from the edges of the cage is able to 1, 2, 3 pluck away these individuals from Team Liquid.
Zera is so good, bro.
In this round, not a damn thing they can do about
Wait, we rallied? What did we rally?
The round is going to be over now. RuPaul eventually is removed by a
no way, Knife choked this. No way, Knife choked! Oh my God, Knife choked that! Wait, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning, they're winning. Unless?
Couple kills here picked up for Team Liquid, and in fact, there's still a problem, especially with the healing architecture still somewhat present. But we can bubble dance to some degree and eventually bring the Malga down.
I don't think this is enough, though.
I think he's gonna get out.
Yeah, he's gonna have to get out. I mean,
do you think Genji's the most important player in this meta? Yeah. I think Genji's really fucking important.
There's no way you could have fought that yet again. Now you have this Winston in play, right? Which is definitely
okay. Kuffa on the Winston here. I don't.
Right, you send it to the back line. It's good enough to get a support or 2, and you feel like you win that round.
Okay, Knife just don't want to win.
Ideal for Knife. Especially with Nightmare on the precipice here. Admiral's done a pretty good job in that previous round. He also finds the first pick that kind of starts to snowball for Nightmare.
Ooh. Lethal falling really low here.
Trying to control his right
Nice.
side.
Nice follow from Vega.
So both Lucios drawing blood. A little bit scary there for Ultraviolet. Has to sleep infected and probably won't.
Oh my god, UV Nano! UV Nano!
Cuppa has to intervene and try and save the backline, but Admiral has fallen. UV got nano.
Oh, it's not enough. Wait!
It's not quite enough.
Hold the line.
Cuppa can rotate back, pick up a health pack.
Hold the line.
Play on the point though again. There's an issue. You cannot
You
fade.
can't.
Zero's dead though.
No, you can't. You can't dive straight into the Maga on the Winston. So you went to the Winston here to try and save it maybe towards the end of the round. But now you put yourself in a scenario.
I feel like Kuffa on the Winston here. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan at all. I'm not a fan.
Before doubling back for the Maga.
Cage fight, sound barrier, pulse bomb.
I am not a fan. Vega! Vega's dead with B last fight!
Ajax, so still gonna have a chance to use that should it be necessary. Ultraviolet though again has been picked off. He has been targeted. He has been exploited. He has been run into the ground fight after fight. And Team Liquid here only have Zero to deal with. He goes for a blade.
Thank God his team carried. Oh my god, that could have been so bad.
Team Liquid taking a very hard fought first map away.
And this is a lot like how in their matchup in the playoffs, right? Remember when Zero was like, "Oh, it felt like we gave games away." Like this is one where you gave that second round.
I don't think Vega is bad. It's just I think he's been getting in his own head recently with all the things going on.
And here for Team Liquid, they have a great idea that this is what Nightmare was going to come out on. So pretty good scouting here from TL.
Extra layer of defense.
Ball comp versus hazard comp. I think the Torb is actually what? Kuffa just killed Vega. How? What just happened?
Kuffa really does have to play riskily in order to achieve that kill, but ultimately it's.
I think the Somber comp is actually. I mean, I don't know. I think the Torb comp overall beats it later. Like once Tree gets like level 3 turret.
It is a problem in general for hazard.
No Maga. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised to see no Maga. I feel bad for Vega. People are so mean. Yeah, I agree. I think people overdo it with Vega. Including me sometimes, which I'll own up to.
And there's not a great amount of like burst to be able to.
In fact, he is definitely good. He doesn't get his flowers sometimes.
Range there by the Ana. You get that Torb turn.
But he does have some derpy moments.
The hazard is see Kuffa just kind of like juggling there on the point, using his spike wall to be able to kind of give himself some cover. So you end up almost losing Admiral there, getting quite low. Man, just a lot of damage being traded here by these teams. No real kills going down.
Like derpy, like derp, derpity derp, derp. Not like derpy, like as in like I'm drunk playing Reinhard.
There's actually a fight. We'll force him to part with them. Nano here for Kuffa straight away. Vega once again. You've got to be careful. It's so easy to just apply that 70, 80
Oh.
damage increase there with that.
Tell the people shouldn't. I love derpy.
Lucio just gets caught in the path. It's pretty easy to hit as the hazard player. And so Nightmare take the first flashpoint here. More than happy to play this hazard comp into the ball, even with the Torb.
Is this also a scenario, right, where we were talking about how there's a world in which Team Liquid just decides not to play the Maga and goes away from it, and like maybe it's like you're saying it's like a little bit too cute, or you're kind of like almost like outsmarting yourselves, right? Where like you now play this because you like it into that.
Hold up everything's the 4 months.
Maybe they could just play Maga and end up winning.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, you could
right?
honestly just go to the Malga here and play like an Ardor or something like that. Something that can... Because obviously you can...
Oh, what the fuck? Wrong way?
Spike guarding, much like Doomfist's power blocking is really susceptible to that. CC. The Sombra here is really annoying for you either way.
Gunport doesn't
Going to get topped up briefly. Going to be a nano boost, give it a tree. Very good on the defensive here. But Liquid don't control...
Dude, Torb just melts hazard.
Spike guard is not going to be enough here with trees. Sort of amped damage from the overload and the nano respectively, but still no flip yet. Liquid do lose Rupal, so have Vega to rely on. I might need to use like a somewhat
Loki Nightmare can win this if they're. Oh, never mind.
They use the minefield. They use the
good stall though.
That puts some mines obviously all over the point, and there's no real response there from Nightmare, especially once they lose Kuffa. I also think it actually may be a little bit harder now thinking about Immortal.
Mercury Metal thinks up. VC question mark. Nah, I'm just chilling right now.
You're still playing like the Ana Lucio backline, right? But you're able to just kind of collapse onto the Sojourn with a stomp. There's no real target here to be able to chase, right? If Admiral is playing close to UV, they're going to get that Ana out of that situation. Ana also
Dude.
fantastic with the sleeps, right? So
Y'all need to stop being weird, man. Stop calling me a dickhead because I just feel like casting alone.
over the points here. It'll be
It's not that I hate Mirror. I'm literally gonna play with the guy right after the matches are done.
It's just such a wide point. And you're hazard. You can
Stop
move
it.
up away from the lava, so to speak. Big pressure coming down now. Knife didn't even need to make use of the pulse bomb, and he sees the bio go past. He knows there's probably
Casting? Alright, now you're just being losers. Stop it.
Tracer to tracer, that'll trip you out. Takes Rupal down, so kind of what we were suggesting Knife would want to do, but that's just not enough. Admiral and UV, oddly enough, the last two players to fall. And despite them being alive all fight, they just couldn't get hitting where it was needed. They could get to even this matchup, and this is definitely a competitive Suravasa.
Absolutely. So Liquid seems going to be
Like, where are you getting these emotes, Mirror? Who are you talking to?
Trying to respond with any composition changes, but to be honest, I think this is probably what we're going to see, barring something crazy for the rest of the map, where Nightmare feels really confident in this kind of composition. We were talking about it, I believe, the last week, right, when we saw them play. I think it was against Rad Esports. They ran something similar. We were like, we'd love to see them play this against Mbaga. We see it against.
Do you favor between these two teams? No, it's really hard for me because like I like both teams. I like both players on both teams. Like both teams have like some of my close friends on them.
The amount of damage just kind of poking and knowing it puts down is you do get a kill there onto infected early, so this will allow you to get the point and also hold on EMP.
Oh, great bio. Matt, I absolutely think Torb is the right pick here.
Oh, without a doubt.
Tracer also hate it. They hate the turret. Half the time, it's probably UV that has to shoot the turret, which is crazy to even suggest. That is the only person that can actually deal with it without taking damage from it or triggering it. And also, this perk is amazing.
Okay, where did he just put that turret?
A really hard to see location, forcing people's heads to turn while they're fighting you on the.
Where did he just put that turret?
So busted, man.
It's one of the most frustrating things you can have in like a shooter where like you're
Whoa! Who just got EMP'd?
completely not on your screen. It's Vega actually they
What?
use the EMP, they're able to take out Vega, so you get the kill on the Lucio. But yeah, having those Torb turrets like now just kind of like directly above, you see where he's playing from. I mean, Kuffa, like there's no way he's turning around and shooting it, right? I mean, just to take your line of sight from just kind of players in front of you to that high is just so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, for my money, it's an absolute sixth player.
Wait, whenever you right click as hazard, do you reload?
It's like this, like once you flip the point, you get rid of that turret. Someone else can deal with it, ideally a support who doesn't have like a healing workload at the time.
What? That is so broken. What?
We'll see Kuffa, of course. Looks like he's got the extended.
Tell me why Mirror answered no as soon as possible when this guy has not played the game since Hazard came out.
Sometimes you take that, like the heal over time from Spike Guard, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's like there's like I think the lead.
Whoa!
Spike wall one.
RuPaul died though.
Gonna be RuPaul falling. So yeah, you're still gonna.
You a pro player, by the way? I don't play Hazard.
Second perk there. For Kuffa is although. So this is.
I thought where's the.
Oh, actually, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's the lead.
I can't lie, bro. The Ana Mythic is actually so fucking nice.
Where I think
The Ana Mythic is actually so nice.
Re-enter and take the point. Remember, like how. The old Farah kind of like falls off a little bit, like when you're trying to like retake. Torb kind of has the same aspect where you can't get the
Widow Mythic. I hope the Widow Mythic is really nice too.
More defensive on your side and like almost reacting where you can kind of get.
You don't got it, nah, bro. I didn't get it because I was like, bro, I don't even play Widow like that. I mean, I don't play Ana like that.
All of his kit is really geared towards that.
UV makes it look nice, yeah, that too.
Obviously, have the Torb in a power trough on virtue of not being the defenders, but hey, Trigger still hit him pretty hard when he steps up with that overload. This is a problem though. Sombra obviously hack plus the virus. It means you really burned out awfully quickly. Okay, Knife gets nano here. Kuffa trying to stay alive. Knife's able to bring him down despite being hacked there, basically just shrugging off the Sombra.
It happens. It happens. It happens. You know it happens. It happens. It literally happens.
Okay.
They point. And they nano lethal here. Another kill would be huge. You get it onto a tree.
That was a good nano. What do you mean that was a good nano?
Nightmare is just gonna kind of like maybe back up a little bit, concede some of the space, and wait for Kuffa to get back.
I think that was a good nano from Nightmare.
Fight, even investing the EMP and the nano there. So two big ultimates invested by Nightmare as they're looking to put away Suravasa.
Oh, he's good.
Decent damage down on the ball there. It takes quite a lot to heal back through. Pulse bomb there, not quite taking a kill. Tree is very healthy at all times. Okay, infected. Went for a minefield. I do think they were deployed, yes. But Knife actually good.
Wait! Oh. Wait, RuPaul missed that sleep? What the fuck? That's unseen. That's actually unseen. I've never seen RuPaul miss that sleep.
Some of that adaptive barrier shielding over to
I've actually never seen RuPaul miss that sleep. What?
And so Nightmare here are on the very edge of taking away Suravasa.
AI, yeah.
Of course, they banned the Kiri, daring Liquid to try and play Malga without it. Liquid try the ball comp, and it just doesn't quite have that same level of sticking power that we've seen from them so far. Pulse here not going to connect. Easily dodged away by Nightmare. And I's going to look for a way to get into the sound barrier. He's going to have to give him pause for thought. Unfortunately, there just isn't much time to work with. With Infected out of the game and RuPaul down, you've lost the lion's share of your sustained healing. Team Liquid here do not have much to do. Lethal is, all right, well, sometimes we can EMP a turret in celebration as Nightmare are tied up the series.
I get it, bro. Tor really that broken. Can I play Tor? Of course you can play Tor, bro. You can play whatever you want.
We didn't see the series against Timeless. They really didn't need to kind of play it against Timeless, but here against the ball composition, where Team Liquid doesn't feel comfortable.
All right, I mean, I feel like
it looks really
that was a really dominant map from Nightmare. That was actually a really dominant map from Nightmare.
Because like Tor became so good, and you see though that they still even play the Tor when the hazard's out there, but it just didn't really seem to matter all that much. Is Nightmare able to kind of run through?
Yeah, I mean, on multiple occasions, Matt, Infected is just straight up getting caught at the start of fights. It might not seem like it, but I do think a jagged wall in the right place can really mess up a Ball's day, because not only does it block passage, but it knocks him back. And Ball's really momentum based. Like, he needs to get rolling, literally. You have the sleep, you have the hack. You have everything you need to counter out this comp. So, we did not see that.
Yeah. Hack plus Groggy, right? I mean, good luck for Infected, right? Especially because UV's been so good at landing those sleep darts. You actually see that Lethal as well, also running the perk that he's able to heal teammates as he kind of heals once he's running by on the Lucio. So a little bit of a support play there from the Sombra of Nightmare. Seems like
we're good.
Sombra's perks. I know the Sombra mains aren't exactly happy, but you see the perk getting used there, being able to hit them up.
I went from 258k to 87 points in 2 days. Bro, you got to win at least one parlay.
Yeah.
You got to at least win one parlay.
So, you know, have a heal.
Don't stop gambling.
It does offer a little bit more of utility to the rest of the team.
I think we too hard on Vega, low-key. That's what I just said.
I think, like, Ball getting slowed after waking up.
I went from 1.1 million to 0 in 2 days, 2 weeks ago. God damn.
So Team Liquid already ready to select their map. So they go to Havana. We see teams kind of leave push towards the end because you really only have... I mean, look, you could pick Coliseo, but we see teams, everybody picks the Esperanca. Okay, so we're going to have a Sigma ban here to kick things off for TL. So this will actually put things probably more in like Maga, Ramatra, like even like a Risa territory. And Nightmare gets rid of the Lucio, which is quite interesting because Team Liquid loves to play Zen here, right? They play like Zen ball comps, right? So potentially we see the Zen come out.
I mean, these bands don't really
do
anything, I think, you know, about the Malga comp, about
he might have Ajax, but chill on the guy, you know?
in that setup. We also have, by the way, we saw Infected play Sigma on this map in the past.
But they ban it.
So clearly there's like a different approach here, but I mean, Team Liquid just forced a comp.
It can happen. It can happen. It can happen.
For an entire map, it didn't bat an eyelid. So I've got to hope they've got something here that's a little more tailored to try and give them an edge.
I want to see this. I want to see Nightmare play this hazard-based composition.
Wait, why is this run fucking crazy? What?
In the mix against the Maga. I think that would be quite fascinating. Also, Team Liquid deciding like not to play the Zen on defense. They're just gonna say, you know what? Let's just make
hey, dude.
A Maga type of game. Play the Brig.
Hello, twin.
The Juno, and they're gonna play close.
Best possible emulate, yo.
Gravy, obviously, in my ear with a great point. I think in Liquid, you've got the tank flexibility. Either play Malga or actually switch out of bad comp matchups.
Yeah, they could have not played the ball, right?
Yeah, just tank counter, bro. You can still do it. Again, I know perks maybe dissuade that a little bit, which I think is great, but again, if you're not going to play this Malga comp, which they couldn't in the last map, couldn't really do it. Fair enough. Here we go. Notice that Liquid have held on to that.
All right, let's get into the game. They banned Sigma and they banned Lucio.
Dynamite there for long range. Pressure now.
They banned Lucio.
Felt by Team Liquid is, well, knife.
Wait, how are they already breaking the spawn hold? Oh, never mind.
He slept, I think, and able to make it out. I mean, that's crazy.
Oh, shit, let me end Preds.
I'm not really sure how.
Whoops. Whoa! All in on Team Liquid. All in on Team Liquid. All right.
From that position, but yeah, it's a jagged wall. That'll get him.
Yeah, just the kind of annoyance that comes there with just the dynamites constantly being thrown in there by Lethal, just kind of the ticking damage.
How was your day? It was really good. How was your day?
So they're going to play Juno with the Kiri. So this is a composition we've seen that, like, honestly hasn't produced, like, amazing results, right? But I think you probably feel like you need the Kiri to be able to kind of keep that Maga alive through the bios.
I need UV in China? Bro, I wish both teams go to China. Oh my god, crazy wall by Kufa. What? That was actually a legendary wall by Kufa.
That wall though, like splits off Tree and RuPaul there. I mean, that is like massive, right? You have the speed ring of Juno, but it's obviously not as effective as, let's say, like a Lucio speed of kind of like being like an AoE aura. You just kind of have to like pass through it, and that allows
No, stop. I want infecting China, but I also hate Team Liquid. You hate Team Liquid. How do you hate Team Liquid?
Hazard, it's really kind of like built around his leap, but Kufa making sick use of the walls.
That was big, and in some senses, he doesn't have to be 1-to-1 and better than Malga in that kind of matchup, right? In fact,
Oh, Kufa getting a little caught out there.
So scary there is that downpour.
Low-key turnable though. If they get a pick, it's actually turnable.
From Vega. Team Liquid now can sort of set up a bit more.
If Vega is him, he goes for this pulse. If Vega is him, he goes for this pulse.
He knows he could be detected, but also doesn't want to go for a pulse play now because the timing's just not good. So he has to stay alive and try not to be a drag on healing resources. Because no one can see him, frankly.
He does want to protect the high ground, though.
Got Nano there from Ultraviolet.
Wait, what did I say?
About to get crunched on, I think, by
Oh, if Zera hits his pulse. My bad, bro. My bad.
Exposed Lethal there.
That's going to be the
Because I was thinking about the Kiri Suzu from Vega. I was like hoping that he doesn't.
On the point, just being able to keep everybody topped up. That'll be a
Doesn't get forced out.
there from UV. They don't even need to use
Wait.
So to sort that out is this will be the
Wait. Zera hits the pulse. I told you. Wait, Zera dies to Vega.
And I'm respecting the Malga comp yet.
No, I mean they haven't played it once the entire time. They've never taken like a Maga mirror. They've never even gone to.
I don't like the org liquid, really. I like the players though.
Regardless of what they say, they clearly just don't want to play it, right? So,
I mean, you could ban it though.
I mean, Liquid has 4 ults, bro. No way they don't full hold this. Liquid actually have 4 fucking ults.
The back end of the series, but they lost map 1. It feels like that's a huge.
Zera's dead too. Like Tree sliding in. Kufa's dead. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, nice trade. That's actually such a big trade. Who do you think is going to win? I think Team Liquid is going to win this fight. I think Team Liquid will win this fight, and then the series. I'm gonna say Nightmare. I think Nightmare gonna win the series.
Now Lethal is forced so far away that he's no longer relevant.
Wait.
That is a Sojourn ultimate going down for nothing, but Knife.
Oh, in fact, it is just him on Maga.
It's cut down by Kufa mid-air. However, it's a trade. Kufa down as well. RuPaul under no pressure whatsoever, which usually bodes very, very well for the team with the Juno.
Wait, Nano Jax? Nano Jax.
Burn away, folks. As Nightmare pull up very, very short on their attack side, losing heartily.
Okay, you know what? This is what I'm gonna say. I think Team Liquid is actually the best in the Maga comp. Like, I feel like no team could really match them in this Maga comp. Maybe SSG, but like even then, I feel like it would still be close. But every other comp is like I think they're super weak on every other comp. Not gonna lie.
Right. This is map 3 of 5. So in theory, there are 3 good Malga bans available to them right now. Malga himself, Juno, and Brig. You could have banned one of those, I think, coming into this game, right? Because without the Brig, you can die the Juno. Without the Juno, Malga doesn't have.
Super. I wouldn't say super weak, but like it's just not as strong as their Maga comp. You know what I mean?
So there are options here, and Nightmare instead come into this game with the Lucio ban and say, okay, well, we're going to play Brigana anyway, so let's just kind of limit their mobility somewhat, but it doesn't make it any easier.
Would it be fair to call Nightmare's just overall style, even like bans and just kind of like comp selections, just like it's just pretty like greedy, right? Like you need to, I mean, it is definitely not the easiest path, I'll say that. You get rid
Yeah,
of
Family Guy
the
shirt, yeah.
right? It obviously takes some speed away from the Maga, but like, and also to be quite fair to Nightmare, we have.
I feel like
seen
Nightmare
teams,
low.
like, not play
Actually, I
well
don't know. I don't know who wins in a
with
dive mirror.
kind of shell without the brig in place, but
I don't know why Nightmare don't match Maga at all. Maybe they're just not good at Maga or something. I don't know.
Maga in the mix, so maybe you feel like. Well, also Team Liquid does get the first ban, right? So they ban Sigma, so there's no opportunity to ban the Maga here, right? So, like, you could have banned.
It's a protect.
Yeah, it's like probably more of like a protect than anything, right? And Sigma, we've seen Kuffa play that against like different compositions, right? So playing Sigma with like a Zen Ana around the corner here would have been annoying for the Maga to deal with potentially. So
I guess Nightmare don't want to ban the brick because they're trying to play in this hazard shell to answer the threat of knife, right?
yeah,
I think Juno is a good option here, but it's fine.
Zera gets extremely low.
I mean, look at the cart's already made such significant progress here. Zero takes a double shuriken headshot by the looks of things there. Knife realizing, okay, there's a railgun threat here from Lethal. I do need to be wary of that.
Oh.
Here from Zera. Knife now maybe considering getting involved in the tank fight, but Infected doesn't need much help here. So I think tying up 2 heroes
Yeah.
for the price of 1 Genji is probably where Knife wants to be right now.
No, I mean pretty good value there, right?
No way Knife doesn't die here.
Just kind of constantly poke there on the high ground now.
Okay.
Gets to it.
Admiral does go down, so now Knife able to put more pressure down, but they've lost their front line. Hazard now free to roam. Free to dive, or at least just set up.
Oh, UV so low.
UV's got to respect that rail presence, so its tree has been a new.
Oh my God, UV hit that sleep. Oh, too bad they woke him up. They still should win though.
Lethal's able to find 2 quick kills. I think, does he not get 2 there? Things look a little scary. Still, no honor in play.
How come Knife was looking better in Korea? I feel like there can be many such factors.
He's the only support alive at the moment.
Sleepy angle.
So here's my bed. Right.
Thanks to 2 get the subs. Little Frenchie thanks to the sub too.
And
2
imagine
months
this is the
ball.
first thing you see when you
Oh.
wake up.
And we have seen really weird stuff happen.
American food sucks. Yep, that is the reason. American food sucks is the reason.
It gets quite low. But you see Team Liquid now trying to set up here on this high ground. Maybe Kitsune rush off the top.
Yeah, I originally thought Knife was a hit scan player, but I guess. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Road and it's Lethal with an overclock, silencing both DPS. Ouch!
That's one way.
That one's gonna hurt on a cold day. Brutal stuff here for Team Liquid.
It's actually really holdable.
Instead.
Yeah, they're just going to kite out Infected here. They're just going to keep him alive for as long as possible. This is brutal. I mean, that's an extra, what, 15, 20 seconds? Dude, you're at 1:30. I would be... so Team Liquid obviously...
They have Cage, Ray, Blade, and upcoming Sozo. This is gonna be so hard.
With the cage fight plus...
I think they just lose. No way they can win in that. Unless Infected really fucks up his cage or gets like slept out of it.
And the hazard copy is working against this Malga. Look, to all this conversation about like using your bear to...
Oh, or that.
Lethal is popping off.
Wait! No.
Sojourn. Cage fight up.
No.
Clock here for Lethal, so we're just gonna go to work slowly.
Why did I...
This- but it's
I'm
not-
sorry. I'm 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 sorry.
If you would have had like the blade inside of the cage, right? Maybe the orbital ray ends up dropping.
They still got time. I mean, like a nanoed hazard going in. Like after Suzu, like someone is guaranteed dying. After Suzu, someone is guaranteed dead.
I know. I mean, every fight he's just been ridiculous.
Yep, someone's guaranteed dead.
This is the kind of game where you want him to come alive. One where you do have the unfettered Malga comp being thrown at you. This is going to be a close one, though. Here comes that downpour.
Yep, guaranteed dead. I told you.
But Cup was able to get in there and get rid of the Sojourn. Liquid now down to 4. This is scary. Nightmare not allowing the cart to move an inch, and the stop comes through. Knife's blade clearly bunted. Only good for cut and play, though, apparently.
I'm sorry. 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 Infected. I'm sorry.
Now it looks awesome, right? I mean, that is though like a generational fumble though from Team Liquid. I mean, you just dropped the spaghetti all over. You had I mean, dude, you have orbital ray, cage fight, blade. You shouldn't like.
Yeah, this is honestly, I think this is a Liquid win. Liquid win. No way.
You know, the hazard, we'll see how it kind of plays.
Unless
here on
UV
this
can carry
specific
super
match.
fucking hard on Ana, I
that
think it's the Team Liquid win.
Walls, like creating really nice angles for, you know, himself to either get the safety.
RuPaul already used Suzu.
Just kind of
Lethal already killed Knife!
Not really great sail lines for it on this map, but may not matter. I mean, dude, Lethal has been shooting lights out the last 2 maps.
I mean, yeah, he has picked up where he left off. What a huge opener. A Knife of all people? There's no fight to be had here. And honestly, interestingly enough, Matt, Nightmare aren't actually trying to play Winston here. They're like more than satisfied. I think, like, obviously.
Oh my goodness.
Mantling ability, excuse me. And just the burst that he has over Winston seems to make.
Wait, Tree got a pick?
Here.
I think the survivability as well, right? With the spike guard and being able to kind of survive.
Oh, on his fucking head. Let him know, Vega.
You see the bot continue to move into TL territory, where yeah, I mean you end up kind of playing this hazard, puts down some pretty nice burst damage. It's interesting, right? Because we were so deep into like a hazard meta, or what felt like a hazard meta was like at the beginning of the stage in the OWCS, and then we kind of saw like some more Winston pop up, like a little bit of Diva at times, and then we kind of went like all in on Maga for a week. And I mean, really,
Trees need sleep to grow. That's why Nightmare is so lethal against him.
Which I think is like a response that
Yeah, that's
had, right? Like typical Maga responses in the past.
Yeah.
Like we've seen teams try Junker Queen into Maga. We've seen teams try like Ramatra Sigma, right? Nobody obviously with Hazard new to the game has tried this.
So Nightmare with a slim lead, but see no point in getting ahead of themselves here. They know just how powerful.
Let Lethal just farm a pick.
Background is, Matt.
I mean, he's already so close to an overclock as well, right?
Wait, Lethal jaywalking.
2025?
Oh, actually, I think he was waiting for the nano from UV, but UV died.
That's going to be the front line of Nightmare to get run over. In general, they probably just aren't, in a pitched battle nearly as strong.
Oh! Zero gets a legendary shade.
Through it equal that 31-meter total.
I also wonder if there's a scenario there where Lethal was going to be the recipient of the nano, but like they were all just taking so much damage, they just called to hold for like the next one, right? And come back with all 5 ultimates. But
it goes to show though that even this,
because he used like frontline.
Kerry Lucio backline, Matt, has the sustain to deal with like this constant poke down from the Sojourn and also like the hazard damage. That is not something I necessarily would have expected. You see, RuPaul, I see why. He's taken the perk.
Wait, Kuffa is so cut out. What?
Faster often a travel speed on a target who's critical health as opposed
Knife gets a pulse on a UV. Wait, Kuffa gets one here? Yeah.
He really has to do he has to be a heal bot basically in this matchup if they're going to have a Lucio as well. Vegas down, so they don't for the time being.
Wait, Kuffa lives. Kuffa lives.
Too much. His tree is still free to stamp his classic brand of chaos over the game. Knife also
Wait, they're winning. Nightmare are winning this.
And it's healthy. A tree needs to take a long detour to get healed up.
Yeah, Zera's still alive as well, so you're not going to get much progress here out of this for Nightmare, but you're going to prevent Team Liquid from winning the fight, pushing it deeper into your territory. The bad part here for Nightmare, right, is both support ults still available for Team Liquid. You lost Vega really early in the fight. He actually dies to just the damage that comes from the downpour of the hazard.
Okay.
This
Huge flank.
Massive, right? If you can use this overclock from behind, maybe get a support here before you use it, that would be huge, but it's going to be...
Oh, Kuffa's dead.
And the sound barrier connecting.
Ew.
The defensive Bionade ultimate just wasn't nearly enough to keep him alive in this fight. Liquid, a very conservative, a slow approach to the start of this game. But they really have come alive now off the back of, frankly, just some of these nice ultimate combinations. And really nice, like, I think just cohesion in what looked like to be neutral, drawn out sort of skirmishes here. They're now going to have themselves a checkpoint.
And you wonder, like, with Nightmare...
I forgot Knife was on Paris.
Making a change, like bringing in, like, a Sombra into the mix, but I feel like you just need the Sojourn to control these type of areas, right? The high ground just way too strong on Esperanca to completely give it up.
Vegas.
Concede it to a player, especially of Tree's caliber. So that'll be checkpoint.
Wait, Zera's hiding?
TL. They're going to basically double up in meters Nightmare at the moment.
Zera sees an opportunity there. The dive in.
Hit that pulse, hit that pulse. Oh my Knife.
There's an opening here, and very quickly Nightmare have looked to exploit it. Backlight is down. This fight is over. Nightmare able to get this one back at least to close to mid-map.
They're going to have to chain another fight or two together, though, right? This is what we see on push. We've seen more lopsided games in stage 1 of the OWCS than we've had in a very long time, at least in an.
This is actually some really good spectating, right?
We'll get back
I was about to comment on that.
benefit here
Nice
for
catch.
Nightmare, right? Is you're probably one fight away from getting checkpoint yourself, right? Which obviously doesn't get you, close to taking a lead, but gives yourself a better chance, right? The bot will kind of like travel up back a little bit further to that point. So it'll even things up a little bit. They're probably playing around this nano, right? Letting Kuffa and Co take some damage, farm up this nano.
I mean, now it's just a stalemate till they get ults in better positioning.
Very aware that obviously Zero's
Okay.
to get into the back line. He's an overclock now.
Cuff is dead. Oh, nice nano, actually.
Now he wants to fight, but it's a nano Kuffa in his face. Infected does well though.
Zero with a pulse bomb. Oh my goodness.
Get in the way of Kuffa. Though Zero finally found Tree.
Wait. Vega stuck. That's
when Zero snuck into the back
Nice.
line. We haven't said their name.
Wait, he's not dead. He's not dead. Yo.
Pretty huge on the tracer lately. Nice to see it come out here on Esperanca. This is still
Nice.
a very close game. Make no mistake. Nightmare need to win another fight, I think, and then we're going to be even.
Yeah, you're probably going to get close to checkpoint here for Nightmare. The benefit for Nightmare, though, right, is that Tree is already used at overclock, and now you have a lethal set up on this high ground. This is exactly where you want him.
If they can get around this corner, they win. But it's going to be really hard. Especially with Infected with Cage. They have to play so safe about that.
Right on top of the bot, take this low ground here. Going to try and get into a position where this high ground won't be as impactful.
Yeah, Nightmare have to know they've got to use the high ground in that moment, but they're denied the opportunity. Infected just
Okay.
the man Cage fight comes down. They lock Admiral in, but Zera, still Zera, is able to find Vega on the other side. Eventually, though, Infected's in the perfect spot, and the backline just can't really get away from him. So Nightmare, even though they're in a perfect spot, with lethal overclock from high ground, where Infected can't really challenge it, he's able to walk up and just cage them.
I think you were also down a player at the start there for Nightmare before things kicked off, right? And Infected gets the bot underneath that underpass and then just turns the corner to the right, just beelines for that high ground, right? That's when you drop the cage and, connect with the lethal on it. Although the lethal's able to live, it's just like a 2-player beat, I believe, that comes through from Admiral being able
Okay, they're pushing UV hard as fuck. UV's dead no matter what.
Tree knows this is a great time to force the issue. And a little melee there would be enough to account for the honor. Kuffa's not getting away. It's going to be a...
See, this is what I was talking about. I feel like Team Liquid's comp is just so much better on this map. That's why they're going to win this, man.
Putting the potential of a map 5 as a matter of reality. And this is a bit awkward.
Wait, Tree died?
They're able to double back at least and deal with some of those interlopers. They're all in play here. Nightmare, rather, the ones that are on the receiving end. But Vega does get picked off early. It's Lethal that falls down, though, and he has really struggled, Matt, in this map to take it over.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just been really good aggression out of Team Liquid, right? Whether it be Knife and also you're getting RuPaul in the mix, right? Being able to kind of TP on the Curie, just the amount of damage that he puts down. So Nightmare finally wins a fight, but man, they are so far behind here, dude. I mean, only 2 minutes to go.
I mean, Team Liquid kind of blew their load. Nightmare can actually come back now, but they're upcoming a lot of ults. They need to win this fight.
Admiral coming back around to a sound barrier. I think the last
Okay, my bad. Yo.
might have been Ajaxed.
No, it's just for the cage.
They did, though. They used all their ults.
The cage broke it up. That's not as bad, although the impact is pretty much the same.
They literally used all their ults.
He was able to benefit from it. Little back here. And a pretty
Getting these trades are so bad, though.
Probably know that this is going to be a tougher fight for them to win if they've been tracking those ultimates. Nano for Ultraviolet was
Wait, they're actually winning.
imparted, but
Wait, they're
Kuffa
winning.
doesn't have any really healing for him now. Admiral, obviously, more of the aggressive sort of player. Eventually gets ruined here by Infected. And this bot, all that work that Nightmare put in with that last fight that was pretty solid, kind of gets erased. We are rotating back around, though, to some of the biggest ultimates that Nightmare have made use of over this series. I'm talking about Railgun. And a beat for
UV's
Admiral.
perma dead. I mean, that's just Ana, I feel like. Ana in this really fast comp, she's going to have such a really hard time living.
But then just kind of spiraled from there. As they've really gotten no benefit out of the nano. You see the nano that goes on to Kuffa, and then
I think UV needs to go Curie, to be honest.
That will just continue to move the bot deeper into Nightmare territory. He's got the downpour, so man, this has not been good.
I mean, this is bad. They're like
Obviously, you lose
30
here,
seconds
you
left. The
still
car's already pushing on them.
have, your pick of the map. You still have also your selection potentially to get rid of this Maga.
Okay, here's that Lethal overclock. It's time to come alive, Lethal.
Oh.
In the last map, Havana was unbelievable, but Knife puts him to bed before he can find a kill. Kuffa was able to get Tree, so both teams are sojournless. And RuPaul here again, we talked about it, had to be a bit of a heal bot this match so far.
RuPaul Suzu! Oh my goodness!
Knife getting through the back line, one after another. And I don't know how you're coming back from this one, folks. 3 seconds or so left in the round. Team Liquid encroaching on the doorstep of Nightmare. They're going to go for the beat here. The Admiral has had such a rough game.
Oh my, RuPaul Suzu again, bro. Oh my god, RuPaul MVP. RuPaul MVP.
To the promenade. Overtime is done, and Team Liquid.
Map 5. A map 5 to decide who goes to China. It's all on Nightmare's map pick. It's all on Nightmare's map pick.
They could have easily folded after how Havana went, you know, end up losing Esperanca and kind of going home, right? Not competing in China, but they bounce back in a...
Wait, make fun of my voice crack if you're a dickhead.
To get us to a 5th and final game is... Dude, this series just gets closer and closer every time we run this one back, right? I know Nightmare looks so good against Team Liquid the final week of the season. Then Team Liquid gets their lick back in, I know, the first week of playoffs. And then now we kind of go here down to the wire. And the benefit here would be is that Nightmare saved some of their bans here, potentially, for this final map, right? Some of the bans that you think would be most impactful.
If I'm not mistaken, it's only Hybrid that's left in the pool, right? So
Hybrid is actually attached to the same game mode as Flashpoint. So.
All right, we're going back. We actually have an open map pool here.
Yeah, we completely reset.
Like Dorado and Ban Malgo.
Well, if you're gonna pick Dorado, you feel like you wouldn't play Maga at all in Dorado, right?
You could
So
pick a 66 if you wanted to.
Boom, boom, boom.
Nightmare ended the series yesterday, right? Like they have this option, and it's actually not because they won map 1. That's what I said at the start of the series. It's like they're gonna need to win map 1 so they can have that map 5 selection. But because they take that Havana, that unexpected map win away, you have some options.
you could play. I'm curious, like, what kind of game mode as we see the stats. You could play like Nepal and ban Maga, right? That would like tend well to be able to play like Sigma, Risa, Ramatra based kind of compositions, right? You could go Blizzard World, right? Blizzard World is not the best for a hero like Maga, right? But Blizzard World.
Oh, I think here's why I tap out, bro.
Right? They'll run some
I think here's why I tap out.
There, so that's something
I don't know if I could.
be comfortable on.
Actually,
you could go like Route 66, right? And get rid of the Maga. So
yeah,
a
I
few
do
options.
think like Zen is just not really nearly as viable. I think on 66 or Dorado.
No,
right?
maybe I can live, but I think this is why I tap out.
On that Blizzard World map that sort of make that viable, but in general, I think that would be pretty difficult to play towards. Again, that's the benefit of having your map pick, and of course, you're right. If they pick a map that's so hostile to Malga that he's just not viable there, they can.
Never mind, we're in it, baby. We're in it, baby.
Personally, like I would
You
just
don't trust Infected not just to windmill slam the Malga pick and go into the map.
I would just get rid of it. I believe you know, if we could put the hero
The only problem is I need to hit glass.
You know, for Team Liquid, I'm curious if
The only problem is I need to hit glass.
already, because that would also be a scenario. Yeah, so it will be Nepal. So that was one of the maps I talked about. So you could ban Maga here. We've actually seen Team Liquid play. They played this map because this is the one where Team Liquid, if you remember, they kind of played Sigma, and then Nightmare came out with like Winston-based compositions and just like kept diving past the shield, and they were able to get really good value. So they get rid of the Maga.
Yeah, I don't have another glass card, so I think it's over.
A good selection. I'm curious what we decide to see here though now. So an Ana ban comes through. So this takes some of those Winston-based compositions, makes them a little bit harder to run.
It does, but does this negate the hazard style comps if you were to play those?
So UV's been playing a ton of Ana, right? I mean,
He has been playing a ton of Ana.
He's only played. So there was like a Sombra ban available. I was maybe you can kind of go Sombra and it's like really
Is it over, bros?
so to speak. But the Ana ban is really good. We've seen RuPaul being able to play like a ton of whether it be like Kiri or Juno, right?
Is it over, bros?
Played just like a lot of Ana over the last few games. So really good targeted ban there, especially going after potentially those Winston-based compositions.
I mean, and Nightmare know this. They either can ban the Malga or they can sort of protect something on their comp, but they just don't want to take any chances, especially on Nepal, is that you might just random into a map where Malga actually has decent time, like Shrine. No! Decent for him there. He can sort of brawl down. It does mean though that if we get Village, it introduces the possibility of echo play, which we've seen, Knife go for a fair bit, or even some.
Well, I got Gold Stake unlocked.
You can justifiably, if you're lethal, go and try and play the Ash. That feels like that's been a pocket pick for Lethal, especially. But we've seen Trees Ash in the past. I want to say even more so like last year when he was still coming up, and it was, I think, sort of blew our minds on that pick there. So
Ash feel like it's gonna fallen off completely. It feels like it's like Sojourn or bust. Feels like if you're not playing Sojourn, you're playing something like Tracer Genji or Genji or Genji Tracer Slash, and then with a Sombra, right? That kind of feels where things have gone, where we really haven't seen like much of Ash at all. We saw somebody play Cassidy yesterday, just kind of
You can play Overwatch after the games, yes.
Different type of compositions that potentially come through. Ball becomes an interesting option, right? No Ana to be able to like sleep.
I'm actually really hungry though. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what to eat.
How do you feel about it on Village?
I had like 4 egg rolls,
But like, yeah.
a banana, and an orange.
No. In that particular map, yes. Don't really want to go there. The teams I look, generally I think these are the bands you have to make at this point. I've got to applaud Team Liquid. Again, they have an extra member of coaching staff in order to sort of carry this progress out in Venice. But Danny's also doubling up as a manager. So Team Liquid obviously.
I'm not eating Wingstop, man.
You have a pretty robust playbook for situations like this.
What was the first map of the series? The first map of the series was Lijiang.
They really hold on to that one for quite a while.
You couldn't risk not banning the Maga here if you were Nightmare. I mean, you'd be just kind of kicking yourself like the rest of the, like, let's say you don't ban.
I mean, Team Liquid banned Ana and then Nightmare banned Maga. Like, I feel like both these bans literally like hit both teams hard as fuck.
Right? I mean, that's a scenario you could not have put yourself in.
Yeah. We are just moments away of heading over onto Nepal, folks. And this is the decider map in this series. The winner will lock in their attendance, at the Champions Cup in Hangzhou. The loser, unfortunately.
Is Team Liquid going to play ball? I don't actually know. What I'm thinking is I think Nightmare will play Sigma on Sanctum. They'll play Sigma Ash, maybe Bab. And then outside map, maybe Infected plays ball. But here's what I think in the end run. Whichever team wins this and goes to China in this next match, they're just not going to give a fuck. Maybe they run out of gas. In this next match, no way they don't run out of gas. Either Ram or Sigma, I think, for Sanctum. Does the next game matter? It's just seeding. Hey, boy. Top 2 make China? Yeah. Is Kufa a diverse tank? He's been showing his diversity recently. Who won Korea? I don't know who's going to in Korea. Will you go to China? Maybe. I'll see.
All right, folks. The time has come. We're off to Nepal here to decide the team that will be facing off against SSG in the final. Will it be Liquid getting to run it back against them after an epic 5-mapper yesterday?
Next match, the team only has to win once. Whatever team wins out of that one.
Process, rather, who get to have a crack at them.
Something also interesting, Mitch, is like we've seen these two teams.
50K on Liquid! Ladies and gentlemen, 5 seconds in. Get your prize in. We're closing them soon. Orisa versus Ram.
Nightmare actually ended up taking it 2-0.
And game.
In the first round of the playoffs, who's actually
let's get it going.
2-0. The bans for those, I know just completely different.
Infected showing flashes of Sog on Orisa.
Their third go around on Nepal.
Can he continue our legacy?
I like that we're looking at the Ramatra. We have the Orisa here for Infected. Okay.
Nope. Does not look like it at all.
Metagame expectations here.
Does not look like it at all.
In fact, this is obviously a hero that we saw him on late last year on NRG Shock. A lot of the time. Although it was one that they often discussed that, it took him a little bit while to really get under his belt, so to speak, and adjust to an Orisa-based meta, but it's not been a great starting for Liquid.
Well, the time that Nightmare actually won this against Team
Wait, go to the side fight.
They play the Orisa, a decent amount on this map, especially.
I like to name Yuri things up.
Some of these sight lines, so could potentially be a read here from Nightmare as Knife makes a change right away. He's going to go over and play some Tracer here. Both these tanks flanked with the Juno Lucio backline.
Orisa versus Ramatra feels like a pretty fair matchup, honestly, a lot of the time. Honest front lines here come clashing as Infected with a javelin spin tries to get onto the point. I like the Vortex used to try and break things up, and Infected is a little separated from the rest of his team, but Rupal obviously with a Medi Blaster can heal from a longer distance away. Torpedoes come in and Kuffer goes a little low. Ultraviolet
reloading.
Working to keep him fighting fit. And Zera's looking for a pulse opportunity now. Maybe come off the Orisa. And Infected can't avoid the follow-up damage there. Eventually falling even with the javelin spin in play. So both tanks are now down. Talk about a fair match.
Oh my goodness. Crazy ass stall though.
Maybe makes things a little bit more skewed towards Liquid.
That's good for Nightmare though. Liquid actually just used Liquid used Ray.
Up towards that orbital right a little bit faster than UV. This next fight though is going to be really where it matters for Team Liquid, right? Can you win this fight coming up with 4 ultimates on the other side of Nightmare, right? Would allow you to get close to tying the round up. If Nightmare's able to flip this though, Mitch, I mean, we could be seeing a blowout in round 1.
All right, Lethal. Looking for the overclock here.
Oh, RuPaul! Do you know what? Oh, what the f... Nice.
Nasty rail. Kuffer deals with RuPaul here. Taking, of course, the perk that increases the poke potential of this Ramatra. Something that Orisa can't necessarily hope to match here. It's Nightmare still with the lead. We're able to flip it back.
We saw early on Ramatra is taking some of the...
Well, I didn't even realize Vega beat it. What?
But now it seems like kind of the go-to for some of these players is that extra, like, little bit of burst damage as Infected will now mirror the Ramatra. So it feels like for me, when these teams end up in a mirror, that's kind of like a little bit of an advantage for Nightmare. Like,
Wait, now Nightmare just B-push.
Different kind of counter comps. Playing the mirror feels like a little
Just B-push and run in the tree. B-push and run in the tree. B-push and run in the tree.
Nightmares, they're going to open things up here. Oh, that's a nice boop there from Admiral, knocking Tree off the side. That's his overclock.
Admittedly, Tree was pretty low anywhere there, Matt. Would have been tough, I think, for the Sojourn to get back into the fight. That's so dirty. Knife realizes his goose is cooked there and probably wants a reset if possible. But I'm still crediting Admiral with 2 knock-off kills. Nicely done. It's time for Ball here for Infected. Doesn't really have the architecture built around it to make it shine here, but Nightmare don't have counters to Wrecking Ball right now. And
I mean, this could be the stall of a century though. It's not over till it's over. Wait, if RuPaul dies here, it's over. Yeah, over.
Man, you've got to be careful. You've got to respect the Sojourn here. RuPaul just floats around a little too long. Little Icarus impression gets him punished and sent back to spawn. All things considered, this should be Nightmare closing up the round and being on the very edge.
Over. Match point. Match point Nightmare.
Just to get a touch and even
match point Nightmare.
In the mix, right? You're still, you just kind of ignore the ball in that scenario where I know both the times we've seen this map with these 2 teams, it's been 2-0.
Music Slut has typed, "Why do I always vote wrong?"
So, this is
Get your parlays right.
We've seen them play like Orisa Sigma-based compositions. As we take a look at a replay, this is going to be the boot there from Admiral onto Tree. Just a little bit of a drive-by there. While he's got the overclock going, knocks off Knife as well. Probably
I'm actually on the edge of my seat, bro. I actually think Liquid loses this point too. I actually think Liquid actually loses point too.
Match in terms of the Ramatra, and then a May pick here for TL. So gonna be playing the May here. Maybe you feel like you can kind of catch Kuffa off guard a little bit, split him off from the rest of the team. And then Lethal actually...
Wait, Knife is on May?
Actually, as opposed
what?
To like a little bit more medium to long range, but this would be one point where the Ashe definitely is like maybe a little bit more effective.
Yeah, we talked about the Sanctum Ashe play from Lethal, definitely where he likes to go. They could really
Kuffa laying it down over here.
They absolutely want to get Knife in a position to war. They're trying to punish Kuffa so hard.
Bro, Nightmare has so much space.
Behind him won't actually trap him.
Wait, they're winning the side fight so hard. Oh, Zero, don't die.
In the front line right now. So Kuffa just backs up and says, okay, let Infected take some ground here. I'm being healed a lot by the rest of my team. Nightmare had the Lucio here. Admiral, of course, with that extra 15% boop distance is pretty epic on this map. So that's something that you need to keep an eye on.
Wait, Infected is so up.
This feels like it's just a better scenario here.
Tree no slide. Infected is alone. Infected is alone.
Right around this May and just kind of push.
Kuffa has a better form. Kuffa has a better form. Push.
This is like the kind of thing they want to play. Nice rap.
Oh my God! Is it over? Is it over?
Man, this is just being Liquid getting pushed back to their spawn here in game 5.
Bro, breaking this choke is gonna be so hard.
Actually see
With a fresh Genji too?
Back in here for Team Liquid. I mean, this is a bit of a rough go here to start.
No, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. If RuPaul gets a really good Ray, or if Tree or if Knife gets a crazy pick. No, over.
That was a bit of a gambit. It cost them early. Here's Tree though already going down, and before Infected can even think about looking in the direction of that Q key, his team ceases to exist.
I mean, you're looking at a blowout potential here, right? You are actually going to have double support ult here for Nightmare. Vega not close to building up here towards that beat, right? Was playing another here a little bit earlier. And then now you're going to have a Blade that comes through, right? It's going to be a Blade that has no response on the other side.
Oh, you can tell Liquid are nervous. You can tell Liquid are nervous.
68%.
Wait, push.
Again, Be a Thorn constantly in the side of Infected. He's just trying to get out and onto the field, get out and play for the objective to play the game at all. Here's an orbital rate coming down. Nightmare running in, but lethal despite deploying bomb. It's still getting the kill on Knife. Goes down first. Infected picks him up with an annihilation. Now though, he's dealing with a bomb. That's frustrating. Really annoying, and Tree can't really afford to
No.
the point back here. Team Liquid are running
Oh my god, it's over! Game! It's game! That's game! That's game!
That could come to his rescue. Infected looks like he's trying to save him, but will be forced back by Cuffer's shield. And you're right, Shutout has been written all over this round, with Knife going down yet again, unable to have an impact from May.
Wait, Vega almost had beat. Vega almost has beat.
Does get a key boot kill, but who's going to come in here and touch? UV hides away in the corner, tries to heal Cuffer up, there's annihilation in play that's going to give him another trigger, of course, of that Nemesis.
Oh!
He's ready for the boot, moves up. Vega can't shift him off the point, but they do get rid of ultraviolets. Lethal finds Vega, but there's got to be a flip. There'll be a touch here for Liquid.
Trees off the map! Trees off the map!
Dirty boy! That is not
Game.
right.
Oh, no way.
And it's the SS Shutout here that is leaving port.
Oh!
Down to Team Liquid.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Nightmare of advance to the Champions Clash.
Oh my goodness!
A way to cap things off there for Nightmare. They save that Mauga ban for the end. It ends up paying off.
Admiral just
play there towards the end on the Lucio, and even when team I mean
that was a good fucking series.
I mean, it comes down to the wire there at the end, but that round was completely dominated by Nightmare. It only really got interesting.
Dude, Liquid actually could not win the map 5s.
Swaps there from Liquid
Went to 2 map 5s and could not close it out. I understand your pain. I understand your pain so much. I understand your pain. I really do.
They actually want this opportunity.